So we're going to start by focusing on our breath. And what we want when we breathe is we want to bring our mind completely inside of our body, following each inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose, only feeling what is happening inside. It's very easy to think of other things and for the mind to wander. So each time that happens, just say to yourself, mind inside. We're not controlling our breath. We're not controlling our breath. We are just observing our body as it breathes. There will be an expansion and a contraction. We want to let that happen as we go through the movements. So we start by having our toes even, and our weight is just behind the ball of our foot with our heels touching the floor and a soft knee. We want to be tall in our body with our crown reaching up to the sky, and we want to just breathe and relax into the breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Letting everything relax on the exhale. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to roll our shoulders. This is a very slow movement in time with the breath. So we're just going to inhale, letting our shoulders glide up, bring the shoulders back, and exhale, letting the shoulders relax down. Really let them relax at the end. Inhale up, bring the shoulders back. Exhale, letting the shoulders slide down and really let them go at the end. Inhale up. Bring the shoulders back and exhale, really letting them relax down. Inhale up. Back. And exhale, really letting the shoulders come all the way down. Letting your fingertips dangle. Do this until you really get a rhythm with your breath and your movement. The next movement we're going to make is simply to bend forward, and we are hinging forward. We're not letting our head drop. We're not rounding our shoulders. We are just bending from here, keeping our head and our shoulders in alignment with our back, and we are going to move very, very slowly, focusing on the breath. Only go as far as you can with no pain. This is not a big stretch. We just want to go until we feel the first signs of resistance. We do not want to push into a stretch. The whole point of moving slowly with the breath is that your muscles relax and open up as you do the movement. And each time you do this movement, bringing your mind completely inside of your body to feel what is happening, you are relaxing your nervous system, which relaxes your muscles. Each time you will naturally be able to go further. So from the side view, I am just hinging, keeping my head and my shoulders in alignment, soft knee, never go to the point of pain. As you do this, it will only take maybe a few weeks before you are really able to feel the release in your glute muscles, in your hamstrings, in your calves. Okay. Do that for about 5 minutes. Then we will move to the floor. So sit comfortably, and then I want you to look at how your legs are crossed, uncross them and cross them the other way. So from here, we are simply going to be turning our heads. So again, this is a very slow movement. Your shoulders are not turning. You don't lead with your shoulder. You don't try to use your shoulder to get more movement, and you never go to the point of pain. Slow and with the breath, sitting with good posture. Okay, so we are just going to slowly turn to one side. And slowly turn to the other with the breath. Listen to what is happening inside of your body. You will hear crunchiness and maybe clicking. Don't worry about that. If you move slowly, all of that will go away. Never go to the point of pain. Don't force a stretch. This is not your typical stretching. We are training our muscles and our nervous system as we do this. We are retraining. This will improve your range of motion, believe me. So then, after you do that for about 5 minutes, I then want you to lower your head, keeping your back and your shoulders in good posture, and let your head roll to one side. Bring your chin up. Feel the stretch through the front of the neck and the chest. Let your head roll back down, back to center, and let it roll to the other side and bring the chin up. If you feel any pain, do not continue to make this movement so big. Really make the movement much smaller. You will gain a lot of benefit from this, even if you modify it to a smaller movement. Allow your body to tell you when it's time to go further. You will know because it will be easy. The next series of movements will come to our feet again, making sure that our toes are even with each other. And from here we're going to be focusing on this area of the body. So what I want you to do is just make circles as if you have a hula hoop, but very slowly with the breath, never forcing the movement, and never going to the point of pain. This is stretching everything from our rib cage down into our pelvic girdle, our abdominals, our back muscles. Do this in one direction. Very, very slowly. You can never go too slow. Bring your mind inside. Let everything relax. And then go into the other direction. And then we're going to make this a much smaller movement. So now imagine that there is a string in the very center of your body, and you are moving around that string, just trying that you're moving around that string, just trying to stay as close to it as possible without touching it. Focus on your breath, observing what is happening inside of your body, everything that you feel. Reverse the direction. Feel this stretching and loosening of the whole spine into the low back. Allow everything to release. And then we're going to move back to the ground. And from here, what we are doing on this very mosquito-y overcast day. So sit comfortably, and you don't have to recross your legs this time because we are going to recross our legs halfway through this series. So I want you to just very slowly, we will be turning our upper body, keeping our head in line with our shoulders, not leading with the shoulder or the head. This will really help to release the back muscles. moving very slowly, inhaling and exhaling. And hopefully you are doing this someplace that is not so mosquito-y. After you've done this for a few minutes, uncross and recross your legs, because this position puts one hip higher than the other. So the feeling of this movement will change as you recross your legs in the opposite direction, and we want to stretch everything equally. So we are going to turn in one direction. You may find that it is very difficult to move smoothly as you move slowly. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is we don't move slowly very often. We use momentum, and momentum allows a lot of the muscle fibers to be inactive during the movements we make. Slow movement requires all of the muscle fibers to do their part, so it separates muscle fibers one from another so that they can glide easily alongside each other. Our muscle fibers, even if they are part of the same muscle, are not supposed to be stuck together, even though they work on a common action. Each fiber has its own little part of the job. So, after you have done this, you should have a pretty good idea of how much movement you have in each direction and whether or not you have restrictions. You may feel a lot of pulling in the hips during this particular movement, and we will address the hips and loosening the hips. So the next thing we are going to do is stand. So here we are going to be working on the arms and the shoulders next, and then we will finish with the arms and the hips together. So this is a great movement series to increase your range of motion in your shoulders safely. So I just want to say, never move to the point of pain. You can do this much smaller if your range of motion is not as good, and your range of motion will increase as you continue to do this. So the first thing we're going to do is simply bring our mind inside. As we breathe, we are using that breath to keep our movements smooth and slow. So when we bring our arms up, we let our fingers point down, and then we're going to bring our fingers up as we bring our arms down, letting our shoulders relax as we do this. Fingers down, arms up, fingers up, arms down, relaxing the shoulders. This time time, we're going to bring our fingers up and we're going to release the chest muscles and open our arms out. You don't have to go this far. Now rotate your palms up. Let your shoulders relax down and bring the pinky side of your hands together in front of you. Now open up into a big Y or a small Y if that's what you can do. Relax your shoulders down and let your hands come down over your head just in front of your face, lowering slowly, lowering from the shoulders. Press down, come up a little bit, press down. Bring your arms in front, fingers down, fingers up, arms down. Letting your shoulders hinge. Arms up, fingers down, fingers up. Release the chest muscles and expand your arms. Now slowly rotate your hands so your palms are up. You should feel your scapula depress. The scapula is on the back of your body, the shoulder blade. Now bring your pinky side of your hands together. Feel that stretch of the rotator cuff muscles. Now open up, releasing the chest muscles. Bring your hands over your head, palms down, and letting the shoulders relax, bring the arms down. Press down. Fingers down, arms up. Fingers up, arms down. Fingers down, arms up. Palms facing in front of you and open out by releasing the chest muscles. Rotate your hands so your palms are up and feel the scapulas come down on the back. Relaxing the shoulders. Bring the pinky sides of your hands together in front of you and feel the stretch in your rotator cuff muscles. Now as you exhale, releasing the chest muscles and the shoulders, bring your palms over your head, just in front of your face, and very slowly relaxing the shoulders, come down. Come back up to standing and relax your legs. The next thing we're going to do is going to be to open our hips up. So from here, the movement, we can put our hands on our thighs. This is just to help us visualize where our legs are supposed to be going. So what we want is for one hand to be lowering and then the other hand to be lowering. Lowering, lowering. We can also visualize that we are opening and closing a space. Closing this space and opening this space. Closing this space and opening this space. We do this not by twisting, but by lowering our thigh, which is going to give a nice stretch to our hip flexors and really help to give our hips more mobility. Lowering, lowering. what we don't want to do in this movement is any of this or this. We are just letting the thigh come down and up, down and up, down and up. This is not an easy movement. It is very difficult to keep the body moving forward because we tend to have a lot of restrictions in our hips and in our hip flexors. So this is really going to help to free your hips up. If you feel any pain while doing this in your back or your SI joint, make the movement much smaller. You can still do the movement, but if making it much smaller does not resolve that pain, then maybe you need to come in for a massage and an assessment of your range of motion and some manual manipulation to figure out where your restrictions are and modify these movements so that you can start working on freeing your body. Okay, if you've been able to do this without pain and being able to continue to keep your good form, the next thing we'll do is add our arm movement. So as we continue to just let our thigh drop, we are going to add a very slow arm swing, trying to really find a rhythm and keeping a good posture. We will eventually make these movements with our arms bigger, but it's very easy to start moving your hips and twisting your body, so we really want to get this movement down. I suggest to do all of these movements for about 5 minutes for each different movement. And really take some time at the beginning to just sit and really observe your breath and slow your breathing down and being mindful and bringing your mind into your body. Namaste.